Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat, mga kabayan at mga kaibigan at syempre sa ating mga balikbayan din. Today, I'll be sharing to you ano po ba yung mga requirements sa mga countries where you will actually be transiting, especially kung kayo po, ang flight ninyo ay may layover. Marami po sa inyo ang nagtatanong sa akin nitong mga nakaraang araw at nakaraang linggo. So, what I did is prepared, gather all the information that you need when it comes to the transit requirements para sa iba't ibang bansa na maari nyo pong pag-layoveran or kung saan po kayo magta-transit. So yan po ang ating isi-share sa inyo ngayong gabing ito. So once again, welcome po sa ating lahat ng mga subscribers na palagi pong nanonood sa atin araw-araw. And at the same time, welcome ko din po ang ating mga new viewers na for the first time ay nakapanood po ng ating channel. So looking forward po na makasama namin kayo everyday nang sa gayon ay ma-update po kayo about the protocols, travel guidelines, mga balita at other inspiring videos and segments na meron po tayo dito sa Jamey Iris TALK TV, and you're correct. Okay po, tunay po na nagagalak ako na makasama kayo and at the same time excited na makapag-share sa inyo. So once again, my name is Jamey Iris. I'm your TALK TV show host. So with that, let me simply share to you ano po ba yung mga transit requirements for these different countries na ating i-discuss. Meron pong 3 countries sa Middle East, marami sa Southeast Asia at sinama ko na rin yung France kasi last time na nag-live stream tayo, meron tayong isang viewer na may inquiry regarding po sa pagta-transit sa France. Although na-share ko na rin siya the other day so that at least in case na kailangan na, alam na rin. But let me just repeat that so that in case na you'll be transiting in France, you'll also know the requirements. And of course, as we start, I simply want to say sa lahat ng mga naka-tune in, shout out sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for tuning in sa atin early as now. And looking forward to see you again later. Meron pa tayong isang live stream mamaya. Sasagutin pa natin yung ibang mga katanungan po ninyo. So to Cherilyn Adlaon, sabi niya, thank you so much, Miss Jamey. God bless you always. You are most welcome, Cherilyn. And I'm simply so glad to have you with us. And at the same time, from Amy Clausen, and she's asking, ma'am, ano po requirements po sa Turkey, Istanbul, pabalik po sa United States? Oh, I will have to check that out and I will inform you later on about that. And then from Grace Gracia, hello Grace, thank you for always tuning in and thank you for sharing that the sound is simply good. So with that, yung iba pa pong mga nagmensahe, mamaya ko na po babasahin. Let me share to you about the topic that I have for you. So again, the question is, ano po ba ang mga requirements sa mga bansang ito so that at least malaman po ninyo kung ano po ba mga kinakailangan yung gawin, kailangan ba ng RT-PCR test, paano yung bagahe ko, Miss Jamey, anong gagawin ko. So yan po. So we will take a look at kung ikaw ay palipad and you'll be transiting in UAE, in the UAE, Qatar, Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Malaysia, South Korea, or Paris. So, i-discuss po natin yan sa videong ito. So, with that, let us just take a look. Unang-una po sa United Arab Emirates. So, if you will be transiting po, for example, in the United Arab Emirates, you can actually transit either from the sa commercial capital ng UAE, that is what we call ito po, Dubai. And the other one will be yung kanilang cultural capital of the UAE, which is Abu Dhabi. Sige po, simulan po muna natin dito sa United Arab Emirates. So for the United Arab Emirates, if you will be flying with Emirates, fly Dubai, so you might be transiting in Dubai. So before you travel, ang paalala lang po nila is make sure that all transiting passengers, you are actually not required to present any COVID-19 test results. So hindi po kayo nire-require mga kabayan. So ang kinakailangan nyo lang po is ensure na lahat ng requirements for the final destination ay mamimit po ninyo. Like for example, if you'll be traveling here in the Philippines, so ibig sabihin, ang titingnan nila kung kumpleto ka ba ng requirements ng Pilipinas. So from One Health Pass, napaka-importante, copy ng mga vaccination, yan po ay titingnan nila. So, dapat meron ka. Now, by the way, before we move forward with the rest of the topic, when I say transit, kasi po iba-iba kasi ang mga meaning ng transit, ang ating pong tinutukoy dito lamang, hindi ko ang i-discuss ko lang po dito ay yung mga magta-transit sa mga airport ng mga bansang ito, and you will have to stay in the terminal. Meaning, hindi ka lalabas doon sa terminal. So, yun lang po yung dinidiscuss ko dito, because some countries, depende kung anong pasaporte ang hawak mo, they actually allow, may transit visa sila, pero yung pumapasok sa loob ng bansa. Hindi po yun ang ating tinutukoy sa videong ito. What we're talking about are those who will just simply be having a layover less than 24 hours or less than 12 hours. So nasa ganong ano lang po siya, yung span. Hindi po ito yung papasok sa loob ng ibang bansa. Yung transit po na tinutukoy natin, hindi kayo lalabas sa immigration at hindi po, ibig sabihin, hindi nyo kinakailangan i-check out yung bagahe at hindi nyo rin po kailangan i-check in again. Kasi mahigpit din po ang bili ng ibang mga bansa na mas gusto po nila na kung sakasakali po na yung transit o layover na tinatawag po natin na hindi lalabas ng terminal, ano po ba nire-require nila sa bagahe po ninyo? So again, most of the time, ang requirement is you have to tag it all the way through the final destination para hindi na po kayo lalabas doon sa bansa kung saan kayo nag-transit. So again, for Dubai, you don't need to present any RT-PCR test kung kayo naman po ay, kung ano lang po yung requirements ng bansa kung saan po kayo ay ta-travel. So for example, sa atin, 'di ba, kapag ikaw ay may full vaccination at may booster ka, hindi mo na kinakailangan ng COVID-19 test. So they will not expect that you have it. If you're fully vaccinated, wala kang booster, unvaccinated ka, and at the same time, partially vaccinated, so kahit paano, titingnan nila yung One Health Pass mo at kung nag-comply ka ba dun sa requirement ng pre-departure mo. Yun lang naman. Pero they themselves, hindi naman nila hihingan halimbawa yung may booster ng RT-PCR test. Unlike some countries na mahigpit po. So, mamaya po, titingnan natin kung anong bansa yon. Para naman po sa Abu Dhabi, kung sakasakali ang lipad po ninyo is with Etihad Airways and you will transit in Abu Dhabi, you no longer need a test to fly to Abu Dhabi if you're vaccinated or you're under 16 or you hold a valid COVID-19 recovery certificate. Always check the travel requirements of your final destination. This is from Etihad Airways. So mas nilinaw nila ito. Kasi na medyo halo doon yung entry tsaka transit eh. So para sa transit, ito yung mas malinaw na sinabi po nila. For anyone transiting in Abu Dhabi, when do you need to take a test in transit? You will only need to take a test when you're transiting in Abu Dhabi if it's required by your final destination. So ibig sabihin po nito, sila themselves, they are not requiring you to do an RT-PCR test bago ka makapasok ng Abu Dhabi. So for those fully vaccinated with booster, di ba hindi na po kayo nag-present ng COVID-19 test, hindi kayo nila hahanapan sa Abu Dhabi. Again, ang titingnan lang nila, like for example, yung mga walang booster at mga unvaccinated, titingnan po nila yung One Health Pass, same din po yung inyong resulta ng COVID-19 testing. So yan po mga kabayan. And then, how about Doha, Qatar? So from the UAE, lipad naman po tayo sa Qatar. Kung ikaw ay magta-transit sa Doha, Qatar, passengers who are transiting through Doha and not leaving, ayan po, the airport, ayan po yung sinabi, tingnan natin. So, if you're passengers who are transiting through Doha and you're not leaving the airport, then you are not required to present any test result or certification above the requirements of the country, of departure or country of destination. So, in short, hindi po nila hihingan kayo ng separate na RT-PCR test kung hindi naman po kinakailangan sa Pilipinas. Yan po. Ang tinitingnan lang po again, same doon sa mga walang booster at unvaccinated, pero Doha themselves for those with booster hindi kinakailangan po. And then from Doha, Qatar, punta na po tayo sa Southeast Asia. So sa Southeast Asia, of course, the beautiful Singapore. If you will be transiting sa Changi Airport, so from the Changi Airport website itself, sabi po nila na ang government po or gobyerno ng Singapore, ang kanilang transit travel rules for passengers who arrive in Changi at kung sakasakaling pinaplano nyo po mag-depart on a different airline. So talagang nasa terminal lang kayo, hindi kayo papasok ng Changi Airport or hindi kayo papasok sa terminal palabas po ng Changi Airport. So you must have both flights booked in the same booking itinerary. So anong ibig sabihin po nun? Kung dalawa ang flight ninyo, dapat single itinerary yan, hindi siya dapat magkahiwalay. Ayan po mga kabayan. Para at least, yan pangatlo naman po, ang sasabihin po nila is, kinakailangan po kasi yung inyong pinaka-baggage, ayan, passengers must also have their luggage checked in, tagged through from the origin airport to their final destination. So hindi nyo na po kinakailangan kunin and then i-check in again sa Singapore. Yan ang rule ng Singapore at sabi din po ng Singapore, passengers interested in connecting through Changi Airport should consult their airlines on options available. Ayan po, teka, let us move that on the next page. Ayan po. So sabi po nila, kinakailangan you get into coordination po with your airlines just in case po na merong other options. And last but not the least, ang tanong ng marami, Ms. Jamey, required ba sa Singapore ang COVID-19 test? So hindi siya required, everyone. A pre-departure test is not required for anyone transiting. Okay? Or transit travelers for all flights arriving in Singapore. Only when you enter, iba naman po ang requirements. Kapag nag-enter ka na, lumampas ka ng immigration ng Singapore, iba ang requirements. So nung last natin na live, nabanggit ko po yun when actually Vincent, hi Vincent, ayan, nagtanong sa atin si Vincent regarding ano ba yung mga entry requirements sa Singapore. Iba po yung requirements doon, pero ito, nagta-transit lang po. So, ito po, hindi niya require ng COVID-19 test requirement. Ayan po. So, what if, for example, hindi ka sa Singapore magta-transit, sa Japan ka naman. You're flying with JAL or you're flying with ANA Airlines. So if you'll be transiting in Japan, so travelers connecting to an international flight, so sabi po nila, who are not entering and transferring directly to a third country by transit, you are not required to submit any documents at hindi rin po ninyo kinakailangan mag-undergo ng PCR test. Additionally, for passengers transiting via Japan, sabi din po nila, eto, ang requirement po nila is via Japan to another country, please ensure that you refer to the entry restrictions for each country and quarantine measures information. In short, ang sinasabi lang nila, dapat alam ninyo ano bang requirement doon sa final destination na country po ninyo. And in this situation, pag-uwi nyo po dito sa Pilipinas. And then, eto po, natatandaan po naman natin na kapag sa Japan, marami po kasi tayo, we have different international airports. Andyan ang Tokyo, andyan ang Haneda, andyan ang Narita, at meron pa pong iba. So ang tanong, ano ba yung nag-a-apply na rules para doon sa mga airport na yon? So everything that I just mentioned applies to all international airports of Japan. So tandaan po natin ito. Sabi nila, travelers who arrive on an international flight. Ito po, travelers who arrive on an international flight and transfer to a third country will be required to enter Japan in the following cases. So ito yung mga travelers connecting to an international flight in Japan. Iba po yung domestic flight kasi. So ano po ba yung mga i-require po sa inyo? So kinakailangan daw po i-take note nyo po ito. So sabi po dito, please note that foreign nationals are in general prohibited from entering Japan for flight connection purposes, transferring between Haneda Airport and Narita Airport or Kansai Airport or any airports in Japan. So, or transferring at Narita Airport to flight departing the following. So, padaliin na lang po natin. Ang ibig sabihin lang po nila, usually po, kapag transit travelers tayo, hindi kayo pwedeng pumasok sa Japan itself. Hindi kayo pwedeng lumabas nung terminal kung saan po kayo nag-arrive simply because hindi po talaga yung visa ninyo for entering Japan. Pero, merong ibang mga flights kasi na kinakailangan magpunta ka dun sa isang ibang terminal. Halimbawa, yun nga pong na Haneda, at the same time yung Narita, so okay lang daw po yun. Ina-allow naman po yun mga kabayan. And at the same time, sabi po nila, hindi, kung ano yung rule na sinabi po nilang applicable sa Tokyo, for example, yun din po yung applicable para po sa ibang airport, which is hindi sila nang hihingi ng RT-PCR test. Kung halimbawa may booster ka, they won't look at it. Ang titingnan lang nila, yung final destination requirements po ninyo sa Pilipinas. So again, for those who have, those without booster and those are unvaccinated, titingnan po nila kung ano yung require sa inyo ng Pilipinas. And then, let's take a look at Hong Kong. Para naman po sa Hong Kong, ano po ba yung mga requirements? So, yung requirements po sa Hong Kong, in case na magta-transit po kayo, ay sabi po nila dito, passengers from all overseas countries and Taiwan region are no longer required to hold a negative COVID-19 PCR test or any laboratory accreditation documentation to transit via Hong Kong International Airport. Now, lahat daw po ng pasahero ay pinapaalalahanan na kinakailangan na yung booking po ninyo will continue to meet lahat po ng mga requirements po ng Airport Authority for transit requirements. So ano po ba ang ibig sabihin nito? And at the same time, kinakailangan lahat ng dokumento for your final destination is meron kayo. So ang ibig sabihin po nito, titingnan nyo lang po yung inyong email na papadala po nila sa inyo in case na may other requirements po from you, then just make sure that you comply for it. Ayan. Yan po if you'll be traveling in Hong Kong, especially sakay po ng Cathay Pacific. Now, next one. So from Hong Kong, kung magta-transit naman po kayo, ayan po, updated lang po yan. Hindi ko na po i-discuss yun po yung requirements sa Pilipinas. So especially for foreign nationals, nakalagay dyan, kung unvaccinated, hindi po sila kumbaga, hindi po allowed sa Pilipinas. Now, let's just take a look at Taiwan. So if you will be flying with EVA Air, and you will be transiting in Taiwan, naku po, iba ang ruling po nila. So, you have to be very careful po dito, mga kabayan, at dapat aware kayo. Bakit? Kasi if you transit through Taiwan, eto sabi nila, please be informed na may directive order ang Taiwan Center for Disease Control. Yung inimpose nilang transit ban in Taiwan last May 19, 2021, na-lift na po ito at effective June na 15, lahat ng flights na magta-transit sa Taipei ay pwede na po at inaalaw. Pero, kindly take into consideration the following conditions for transit passengers. Number 1, RT-PCR test result. Ang mga pasahero po arriving and transiting in Taiwan ay nire-require po na mag-present ng negative result of RT-PCR test for COVID-19 specimen taken within 2 days before your flight, including holiday and weekend. And the transit time should not exceed 12 hours. So transit and transfer must be within the same day. Next day transfer, hindi po inaalaw. And then, ang transferring between airlines, that is actually allowed, pero siguraduhin niyo po, both flight segments for transferring in Taiwan must be under the same itinerary. So isang single booking po ulit yan. And same ticket number. Baggage must be tagged all the way through the final destination. So same po, just like what other airlines had mentioned. Yung transfer from and to mainland China shall remain suspended in the current phase. At number 5, for entry requirements to your final destination, please ensure Again, sinasabi po nila na eligible kayo or not before making the reservation. So, ibig sabihin po nito, sa mga Philippine passport holder, pwede naman po ito. Fully vaccinated foreign passport holder, pwede po yan. Pero syempre, yung mga unvaccinated foreign national, hindi po allowed at this point in time na mag-enter sa Pilipinas. So pinaalalahanan nila na bago kayo magpa-reserve, make sure na allowed kayo actually mag-enter sa Pilipinas. Ayan. And then last but not the least, kinakailangan you have to wear a mask all throughout the entire journey, including in-flight or departure or transit and transfer, and cooperate to do the health protocols. So once again everyone, kung kayo yung magta-transit sa Taiwan, nire-require po ito na mag-present kayo ng RT-PCR test kung sakasakaling kayo ay dadaan doon. So anong ibig sabihin nito sa mga fully vaccinated at may booster? Bagamat ang Pilipinas ay hindi kayo nire-require na mag-COVID-19 testing kung EVA Air ang binook ninyo at magta-transit kayo sa Taiwan. I'm very sad to say mga kabayan, kinakailangan nyo mag-COVID-19 testing kahit hindi kailangan ng Pilipinas kasi kailangan ng Taiwan. So, yun po. Ang suggestion ko na lang po, kung sakasakaling, alam nyo yun, may opportunity to choose naman other airlines for the meantime na ganito ang kanilang yung transit requirement, piliin nyo na lang po yung airlines na o yung country na hindi nagre-require ng COVID-19 testing para nang sa gayon, kumbaga hindi siya salungat kung anong hinihingi po ng Pilipinas. So kung hindi nyo na kinakailangan ng COVID-19 testing sa pre-departure ninyo, di at least yung transit ninyo, hindi na rin mangangailangan. So siguro iwasan muna ang EVA Air for the meantime na ganito po yung requirements nila unless okay lang po sa inyo na magpa-COVID-19 testing at gusto niyo talagang EVA Air. Kasi minsan din ang EVA Air may extra, alam niyo may extra benefits din po sila. Halimbawa, yung seafarer, ang mga seafarer like ako when I transited sa Taiwan before, may free extra one baggage ako. So, yun. Pag seafarer lang naman po yon. Kaya yung iba, gusto pa rin po nila mag-EVA Air. So, in spite na ganito po yung kanilang ruling. So, again, the decision will be yours, but this is what we have right now for Taiwan. Now, next one, if you will be transiting in Malaysia. So, sa Kuala Lumpur po, halimbawa, so transit duration should not exceed more than 24 hours. If you exceed, travelers are required to undergo quarantine at designated quarantine centers for a period that is determined by the government. Again, ang sinasabi lang po natin dito, transit na hindi lalampas sa terminal at transit that is less than 24 hours po. Ang paalala ng Malaysian Airlines, eto po, sabi nila, furthermore, please be informed na ang mga sumusunod ay ang mga pinagbili ng Immigration Department ng Malaysia sa mga pasahero na magta-transit sa Kuala Lumpur. Lahat ng transit passenger must meet the below conditions. Ano po ba yung 5 conditions na binigay? Number 1, ang mga pasahero po ay hindi po allowed to clear immigration or any similar formalities in Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Number 2, ang lahat ng pasahero must remain at the transit area at sa transit hotel lamang while you are waiting for the connecting flight. Pangatlo, ang check-in baggage po. Kinakailangan checked all the way through po ito ha. Kinakailangan check all the way through doon po sa inyong country or final destination. And then, eto pa po. Sabi din po nila, number 4, transit allowed in Kuala Lumpur is pwede naman po ng more than 24 hours, pero nga lang po, merong condition yan eh. May mga iba na nangangailangan ng transit visa. Pero po tayo, ito, number 5, transit passengers are not required to present their COVID-19 test during transit. So yun po mga kabayan, yun po yung tinatanong nyo sa akin. Meron tayong family, July 15, di ba? Yung sabi po ninyo doon sa last live stream natin, merong isang pamilya magta-transit sila sa Malaysia sa July 15. So kabayan, ito po yung requirements sa Malaysia. So please take note of this so that at least you and your family will know what you need to comply to. Ayan. And then, if you'll be transiting in South Korea sa Incheon Airport, hindi po nila kinakailangan ng COVID-19 test results. So, yan po mga kabayan. Kung sa South Korea po ang transit ninyo. Kung sakasakali naman, last but not the least naman po, Paris. So sa nagtanong sa akin dati, Ms. Jamey, kailangan ba sa Paris CDG Airport, magta-transit lang po kami ng RT-PCR test result? Wala po silang binanggit. Ang sinabi lang po nila na siguraduhin ninyo kung ang final destination ninyo ay nangangailangan ng RT-PCR test or rapid antigen test, siguraduhin yung magpakuha na kayo bago kayo lumipad sa Paris kasi wala silang provided na RT-PCR testing dun sa mismong airport na yon. And then, wala na pong iba silang ni-require from transiting passenger at this point in time. So with that, mga kabayan, yan po yung mga updates natin regarding the transit countries na maaring mag-layover po kayo. So, if these are the countries that you will be having your layover, so looking forward po na nakatulong ang ating video sa inyo ngayon or itong ating live stream video so that at least alam ninyo at handa kayo pauwi po sa Pilipinas or palipad sa Pilipinas. Tandaan, yan po yung mga magta-transit na hindi lalabas mula sa terminal. At syempre, since again we're talking about July, so this is again for July. Kasi nga po, you know that the travel requirements actually changes every now and then. So you must make sure that you keep yourself updated in case that you are watching this video. Halimbawa po, team replay. Ayan. Kung mga team replay, napanood niyo po ito siguro a month after I did the live stream. So please make sure you watch again my other videos. Malamang may mga updates na yan. Pero sa mga nanonood ngayon, live, ayan. Or mga magti-team replay mamaya, applicable pa yan sa month ng July. Ayan. So, sagutin naman po natin ang inyong mga katanungan, mga kabayan. So, sabi po ninyo, ganon din po ako, ma'am. Dati may doubt, pero okay naman po pala pag complete lang yung requirements ng One Health Pass at PCR. Yes, that's correct. So, One Health Pass lang talaga. Pag kumpleto, alam niyo yon, mabilis na at smooth yung process ng inyong, kumbaga, pag-check-in sa airport. Sa Pilipinas lang naman, kapag hiningi po nila yung inyong requirements, then that's the time you have to actually show it to them. Oh, and then I'm simply so happy. Hi, Jun Paul! Naku, na-miss ko naman si Jun Paul. Hi, Jun Paul, kamusta na? And I'm simply so happy din naman na at least nakasama ka namin dito sa ating live. And then let us take a look pa sa other na mga nagtanong sa atin. And then sa Amy, babalikan ko ito ha. So we will answer your question. It might not be in this segment kasi I have to check it. And then mamaya meron tayong sagot sa iyong katanungan, aking mga kabayan. Try ko. Pag nakuha ko na yung information, sagutin ko ito mamaya. Ayan. So, park natin yung tanong mo and later sasagutin natin yan. Ayan. And then we'll just take a look also. Oh, ayan, si Vincent. Hi, Vincent. Welcome once again sa ating live stream. And to Grace Gracia, thank you so much. At gayon din kay Divina Gracia Gonzalez sa palaging panonood sa atin. Naku, tuwan-tuwa naman ako. And of course, to Jamez. Sabi ni Jamez, eto, Miss Jamey, thank you at nakauwi na po ako. Salamat sa lahat ng inyong tulong. Wow, okay. James, I'm simply so happy. So, looking forward that you'll definitely enjoy your time with your family. And then from Jocelyn Fernandez, sabi niya, ask ko lang po anong requirements po, uuwi na Pilipinas, walang vaccine po, at ano pong airlines ang pwede. Okay, so far naman, okay, number one, sagutin muna natin yung first question mo, Jocelyn. Pwede ka bang makauwi ng Pilipinas? Yes. Ano ang requirements? Kinakailangan mo mag-undergo ng total of 14 days quarantine. So yung 14 days, hahatiin siya sa dalawang klase, isang hotel quarantine, and yung kapag nakalabas ka na ng hotel, usually 6 na araw. sa hotel, yung remaining days, sa 14 days, kukumpletuhin mo naman sa iyong bahay. Now, on the 5th day, kinakailangan mo magpa-swab test. Kapag negatibo ang resulta, then you can actually go home and continue the rest ng iyong quarantine day sa bahay. Now, kung ikaw ay OFW, sagot ng OWA ang iyong hotel quarantine at ang swab test. But if you are a non-OFW, then ito po ay sasagutin ninyo and you have to book it in advance before you actually arrive in the Philippines para pag hinanap sa airport, may booking ka na. Yan. So, ingat. Anong airlines? So, at this point in time, lahat naman po ng airlines, as far as I know po, stand to be corrected in case na merong iba na may ibang ruling. Pero ang alam ko naman po kasi they are accepting naman yung unvaccinated travelers. Marami po tayo mga unvaccinated na mga subscribers at nakauwi na po sila sa Pilipinas. Ayan. At they are traveling with Philippine Airlines, Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, so Etihad Airways, so Qatar Airways. Ayan naman po, allowed naman po ang mga unvaccinated travelers natin. Yan. And then, eto po, may question tayo. Hindi ko lang mabasa ang pangalan at this point in time. Yan, sabi niya, tanong po, ako ay may flight Busan to Cebu. Ngayong July 22, ang flight ko naman po sa Davao ay July 24. Magstay pa ba kami ng isang araw sa Cebu? Anong araw po ba ako magre-register ng One Health Pass? Okay, great question. Ang babasihan mo ng iyong One Health Pass registration ay yung departure mo from the international airport. So kung July 22 ang iyong departure, ikaw ba'y fully vaccinated at may booster, so within 72 hours, pwede ka na mag-register. Pero kung sakasakaling ikaw ay walang booster, iintayin mo muna, kinakailangan mo mag-COVID-19 testing, hihintayin mo yung negative result ng iyong COVID-19 testing, tsaka ka makakapag-register sa One Health Pass. So that could be within 36 or within 24 hours before your flight ng July 22. Ayan. And then, from Marilyn. Sabi ni Marilyn, hi po Miss Jamey, ask ko lang po, ano po ang requirements? Pabalik po ako ng Dubai sa July 16. Philippine Airlines po ako. Okay, sige, let us just take a look. Ano ba ang mga requirements sa Dubai? Ayan, travel requirements from the Philippines to Dubai. Ayan, and you're traveling from Philippine Airlines or with Philippine Airlines. So let us just take a look. Ano ba ang requirements nila for now? So let me share this with you, everyone. Ayan, pag sinabi niyong Dubai, namimiss ko ang aking kapatid. Andyan ba ang aking kapatid? Ayan. Minsan po kasi pag hindi siya naka-duty, usually siya ay nanonood sa atin. Kasama ko po yan sa UAE palagi kapag ako ay nandun ako sa UAE. Okay, let's take a look. Dubai. So, from the Philippine Airlines, ito ang eksakto na kinakailangan mo. Number 1, kung ikaw, medical requirements or documents, so kung ikaw ay fully vaccinated at may booster, kinakailangan mo lang ng valid and recognized vaccination certificate that reflects the completion ng doses mo ng vaccine and approved by WHO or the UAE. Kung sakasakali po naman na unvaccinated, ito printed or negative COVID-19 test result from DOH accredited laboratories with validity no more than 48 hours before departure. So again, ang mga negative COVID-19 test result are not applicable to the following. So ibig sabihin po nito, exempted daw po ang mga UAE national, inbound passengers escorting a first-degree UAE national relative, given that they are traveling together, domestic workers escorting a UAE national sponsor during travel, and they're traveling together, transit passenger unless mandated by their final destination. It is mandatory that the negative test report includes a QR code which is linked to the original report for verification purposes by the airlines, and RT-PCR result must be in English or Arabic languages only. Ayan. So, teka ha, meron pa tayong isa pa. Let me just take a look. Kasi tiningnan ko yan dun sa Ministry of Health Saglit lang po para at least double kasi ito from the Philippine Airlines, medyo mas malinaw po kasi yung pagkaka-state sa atin noong ministry. Ito po ha, ayan, ito. Eto po, ayan, mas malinaw, mas gusto ko ito, 'tong version na ito. Sabi dito, traveling to the UAE. Vaccinated travelers to the UAE are not required to present a negative result of RT-PCR test for COVID-19 at the airport, ayan, of departure. However, those who are not vaccinated must either present a valid negative result of an RT-PCR test conducted within 48 hours before arrival or a recovery certificate from COVID-19 issued within 30 days before departure if they were infected with a virus. So yan po, mas malinaw yung isang information na nakuha po natin sa Ministry ng UAE po. Ayan. Alam niyo naman po ako, I really would love to take a look po talaga kung ano yung specific information so that I could help you out. And may peace of mind kayo pag nag-travel. Ganyan ako pag nagda-travel. Gusto ko sigurado at as much as possible. And then, hoping Marilyn, nakatulong yan sa'yo. So, you don't actually need it if fully vaccinated ka. From Teng, why? Sing, sabi niya, California dream. Di ba mahirap umuwi ang unvaccinated? Pauwi kasi din ako sa Saturday, 6 p.m. Flight ko here, Malaysia, unvaccinated din po ako. So, again, so far dun sa mga na mga subscribers natin na unvaccinated, sabi naman po nila, so far so good, yun na nga lang po talaga kailangan patience lang kasi they have to actually, stay in the quarantine hotel. But again, if there are any viewers who would like to share na unvaccinated kayo and ano po yung inyong travel journey papunta sa Pilipinas, please feel free to share, comment, so that at least yung ibang unvaccinated po natin na mga traveler, they will also have an idea at mabawasan din po yung kanilang worry when it comes to ano ba yung mga dapat gawin and at the same time kung challenging ba. Ayan, just like what was raised up a while ago. Ayan. And then, ayan, sabi naman ni June Paul, sabi niya, how about yung Brunei ate? Hindi din kinakailangan ng RT-PCR as far as I know sa Brunei. Ayan. Pero sige, double check natin, transit in Brunei, para at least sure tayo in case nagbago yung nakita ko. Alam nyo naman. Ayan. Eto, pakita ko sa inyo, para at least for June Paul, eto yung para sa, teka, let me just share this to you. Eto, let me share the screen. Ayan. Ayan, sabi dito, starting June 15, 2022, transiting through Brunei International Airport is permitted provided that the transit passengers are, number one, kailangan fully vaccinated, follow any other requirements set by your destination country, yan is the Philippines, and then transit travelers are not allowed to leave Brunei International Airport while transiting. So, yan lang naman yung requirements nila. Wala naman sinabi na RT-PCR test. Pero, ayun lang, meron silang requirement na kailangan fully vaccinated at kinakailangan mag-comply ka lang kung ano ang requirements ng country of destination. So, yan ay from Royal Brunei Airlines. Are you traveling with Royal Brunei Airlines, Chun Paul? So, yan po yung update natin for Brunei. Ayan. And then let us just take a look from Bam Bam. Sabi ni Bam Bam, one hour layover sa Qatar from Kuwait. Paano po sa One Health Pass? Sa One Health Pass, you just simply have to present kung ano yung kinumpleto mo from your point of origin. Ang bilang mo ng oras ay from Kuwait. So, yung departure time and date mo sa Kuwait, yun yung bilang mo kapag magre-register ka sa One Health Pass. And that's it. Titingnan lang naman yan sa Qatar and you're good to go. Mabilis yan, 1 hour. Alam mo yun, pagdating mo doon sa Qatar, and then, naku, malaki pa naman ang Hamad Airport. So, hoping makita mo agad yung iyong gate. So, yun ang una mong gawin, and then you try to look for it para at least alam mo na, kasi malaki ang Hamad Airport. Ayan. At napakaganda. And then from Marites Style, sabi niya, hello Ma'am Jamey. Hello din Marites, and welcome sa ating live stream for today. And then eto, from Jenaline Candice, sabi niya, magandang hapon Miss Jamey, flight ko po July 17, Malaysia Airline, Malaysia to Manila. We will be operated by PAL to Manila to Jensen. Ano po ang dapat ilagay ko sa One Health Pass? Good question. So ang lalagay mo dyan sa One Health Pass, kung ano lang yung details ng international flight mo. Halimbawa, pagdating mo sa Pilipinas, so yun lang flight mo from international to the Manila Airport. Huwag mong ilalagay yung Jensen. So ibig sabihin, halimbawa, port of origin or country of exit, Malaysia. And then yung iyong flight airline mo, so Malaysia Airlines. And then yung flight number na ilalagay mo dyan is yung flight mo from Malaysia to Manila. Yung sa Jensen, hindi mo siya i-consider kasi ang One Health Pass for all, kumaga international travel lang natin o yung flight natin. Ayan. Ingat, malapit na yan, July 17. From Rosary H, sabi niya, hello po Miss Jamey from Japan. Hello Rosary, kamusta? Kamusta kayo dyan from Japan? And then from Lauren Sulit, sabi niya, my flight is on July 27. May layover ako sa Hong Kong. Okay, that's quite great. Lauren, so from Hong Kong, I hope you were able to see and listen din dun sa requirements ng Hong Kong. So again, hindi naman nila hinahanapan ng RT-PCR test. Ayan. Ingat. Ayan. Hello sa inyong lahat dyan sa Canada. From Galvin Napoles, sabi niya, good morning, watching na. Good morning to you too, Galvin. Thank you for watching and joining us. And from Bahamas, we have Henry Zabala. Hello, Henry, and to everyone in Bahamas. Naku, alam niyo po, pag sa Bahamas, ako madalas, nandyan po ako sa Disney, Castaway Key. Ayan, yung private island ng Disney, madalas po akong bumibisita po dyan. And sometimes dun po sa mismong Bahamas din, dun sa city nila, sa may Atlantis. And then, eto, for Vincent, sabi niya, if I were to travel to Dumaguete, my layover will be in Manila Airport for 8 hours and then at 8:10 next day, and will only reach Dumaguete at around 10 plus with Philippine Airlines. So, is that, Vincent, when you say travel to Dumaguete, is that straight from your international travel? And then from international travel, you said that you will have to go then to Dumaguete the next day. Okay? So you will layover will be in Manila Airport. Okay, got it. So from international flight, dating mo Manila, and then didiretso ka 8 hours after, and then pupunta ka sa Dumaguete. Okay. So, okay naman yon, walang problema yon. So, ang mangyayari lang dyan is you will be staying in the terminal. So, kung ano yung requirement entry sa'yo ng, kumbaga, from the Philippines, yun din ang, let us take a look na rin. Para Dumaguete, di ba? So, tingnan ko yung exact requirement just in case may requirement ang Dumaguete itself so that at least you will know. Traveling, domestic, yan. Philippines, kita ko sa'yo. Kasi PAL, tamang-tama, good, at least PAL yung iyong flight. Ang maganda kasi sa PAL, meron sila, eto, nasa na yun, traveling, yun. So, meron sila talagang mga specific, let us just say, guidelines for domestic travel. So, Dumaguete, ayan. Sige, Vincent, eto, let me share this to you para let us see, meron ka bang kailangan na extra na requirements na kailangan gawin kapag ikaw ay nag-transit sa Dumaguete? Tingnan natin ito. Eto. So, eto po kung you are traveling with Philippine Airlines, makikita niyo po itong website na ito. So, kay Vincent Dumaguete, punta tayo sa Dumaguete. Tingnan natin kung meron pang aside from the Philippine entry, kasi yung sa Manila, hihingin sa inyo generic kung ano yung kailangan na entry for Manila. Now, tingnan natin kung ikaw ay lilipad sa Dumaguete. So ngayon, ang Dumaguete ay nasa alert level number 1 from July 1 to 15. And then, COVID-19 health and travel requirements. So, kinakailangan kung Dumaguete City in Negros Oriental Province, so kailangan mo lang ng valid ID, vaccination card and certificate, a photocopy of both of your requirements with a traveler's contact information number for contact tracing purposes. And then, kung kayo naman ay unvaccinated and partially vaccinated individuals, hihingan din kayo ng ID, negative antigen test result from any DOH accredited laboratories issued within 48 hours. So, ganito mga kabayan. So, eto, kung unvaccinated kayo, ito po yung requirements, and then a photocopy of both requirements with traveler's contact information number for contact tracing purposes. Ayan. So, ayan Vincent. So, kung fully vaccinated ka naman, simple lang yung requirements, 3 lang naman. And other information that you will need from Dumaguete, ayun yung mga website natin. Yan. So, looking forward na nakatulong ito sa'yo so that at least prepared ka na sa iyong flight. Ayan. God bless, Vincent. Eto, ayan. From Bam Bam, yun Bam. Yun yung nasabi natin kanina. So, it's the same pa rin. One Health Pass, susundin mo from your country of origin or exit. From Galvin Napoles, very nice. Look again. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Ayan, hi, Dimik K. Ayan, sabi niya, hi Miss Jamey, good afternoon. Tanong ko po ma'am kung pwede na kaming mag-fill up ng One Health Pass ng July 13. Ang alis namin ma'am dito sa UK, July 15. At ano ang protocol ng Malaysia Airlines ma'am? DK, nakita mo ba yung shinare ko kanina? I researched that for you kasi alam ko tinanong mo sa akin yan last live stream. So yung na-share ko kanina, kung hindi mo napanood, balikan mo itong live stream natin mamaya. 5 requirements nila ha. May 5 requirements sila once you transit doon sa Malaysia. So please, paki-follow yung 5 requirements na meron po tayo. Galing mismo yun sa Malaysian Airlines din, galing sa Malaysian government. Now, ang unang tanong mong isa ay kung kailan ka pwede mag-fill up ng One Health Pass. Kung fully vaccinated, may booster, July 13, 72 hours before your flight, pwede na kayo mag-complete. Kung again, meron kang booster. Ngayon, ang mga magulang, kinakailangan mag-complete ng One Health Pass earlier than the children. Kasi kapag nag-complete kayo para dun sa mga children, kinakailangan yung yung iyong barcode transaction number. Ayan. Tapos, yan, yung protocol, ayun, doon sa diniscuss ko kanina, kompleto yon. You can take a screenshot of that too so that at least you will know. So, ingat kayo sa inyong biyahe. And I'm simply so happy you're here with us kasi ni-research ko talaga yung Malaysian Airlines for you and other subscribers na magcha-transit sa Malaysia. Yan. From Jeffrey Antonio, yon from Incheon, na-discuss natin, hindi kinakailangan ng RT-PCR test, Jeffrey, para sa Incheon. And then from La Vida Rose, I'm here in the Philippines. PH na po, Miss Jamey. Thank you for your advice about the One Health Pass. Laking help. God bless you. You're most welcome, La Vida Rose. Enjoy ang vacation. Ayan, tuwan-tuwa naman ako sa inyo kapag nakakauwi na sa Pilipinas kasi alam kong ma-enjoy ninyo at wala na yung stress. From June Paul, ayan, you're most welcome. Ayan, sabi ni June Paul, yes po, okay sa Brunei. So, Royal Brunei yung inyong flight. So, ingat. I believe na ka-fully vaccinated naman kayo, no? So, all good naman. From Bambam, departure time 4 a.m. So, therefore, hindi time-sensitive Bambam ang One Health Pass. So, ibig sabihin, ang babasihan natin dito ay yung date ng departure mo. So kung kailan yung date ng departure, kung ikaw may booster, within 72 hours before your flight, pwede na. Hindi kailangan eksakto, pwedeng within yan, pwedeng within 50 hours, within 48 hours, within 36 hours. Ako naman, ang suggestion ko, kung kayo may booster, the earlier the better. Bakit? Mas maaga nyo marireceive po kasi yung One Health Pass na QR code. Kasi yung unang marireceive nyo, barcode, pangalawa, QR code. So kapag maaga kayo nag-register, maaga din po nila ipapadala po sa inyo. Ayan. And then, ayan, sabi ni Vida Rose, galing siya from Osaka, Japan to the Philippines. That's quite great. And then, tingnan po natin. From Milter Lon, Bakilar. From Israel, transiting Dubai po, then the Philippines. Okay, so walang requirement na RT-PCR sa Dubai as long as, again, fully vaccinated ka at may booster. Kung walang booster, then ifa-follow kung ano man yung requirement ng Pilipinas para sa iyo. Ayan. You are most welcome, Milter Lon, and thank you for the well wishes. I appreciate that. And then from Terry, hi Terry. And then she said, how about travels from the UK to the Philippines, Miss Jamey? Are there any new protocols? I'm a naturalized British citizen with no dual passport. Terry, is your flight a direct flight to the Philippines? So if you have a direct flight to the Philippines, so again, less na, wala ka ng challenge sa transit airport. So at this point in time, for foreign nationals, so wala naman tayong changes when it comes to the arrival protocol. So again, let's just recap. What are the arrival protocols for anyone who's holding a foreign passport, since you don't have any dual passport? So again, you must be fully vaccinated. Again, whether you have a booster or not, it is a requirement. Your foreign passport must be at least 6 months or more valid. And since you're a former Filipino, right? So, am I correct? So, if you are a former Filipino, then you definitely can enter the Philippines without any return ticket required. And there's no need for an insurance anymore. It's not required, but it's highly recommended. And then One Health Pass. That's very important. So you have to have your One Health Pass registration, and you should have your barcode bago ka umuwi sa Pilipinas, before you actually go to the Philippines. Hahanapin, that will be actually checked from the airport that you will be departing from. Ayan, Terry. Should you have more questions, please let me know. And then from Lawrence. Okay, so let's take a look. So thank you so much, Terry, and have a great flight. From Lawrence, sulit Miss Jamey. Ask ko lang, leaving on Canada, Vancouver, then may layover po ako sa Hong Kong for 12 hours. Leaving Hong Kong on July 29 via PAL. Ano po ang mga requirements and how true na need pa daw po ng, printed boarding pass? Okay. Sa Cathay Pacific ba ang iyong flight? Ang alam ko kasi nga, based from but we will check. Lahat ng airlines naman, they encourage actually the boarding pass, meaning hindi naman talaga nagre-require ng printed boarding pass. That's what I know for most airlines. But again, we'll take a look at specifically kasi PAL, okay, via PAL. Ang alam ko kasi nag-encourage naman sila ng boarding pass. So, but let me check kung talaga may requirement ang PAL na kailangan printed pa. Kasi once you have the e-boarding pass, meron ding QR code. So, kapag in-scan lang yan ng mga airport personnel, they could actually take a look if it's true or not. So, a possibility that a printed boarding pass may be required maybe for checking upon check-in. So, again, I will check on that one. Now, for Lawrence, what else? Ang mga requirements, so if you'll be transiting from Hong Kong, if you were able to watch earlier, so wala namang requirement na RT-PCR test for anyone who's fully vaccinated at may booster. At kung ikaw ay walang booster, then whatever was required, COVID-19 testing, for example, na kinakailangan sa Pilipinas, yun lang yung hahanapin from you. And please check mo lang kung merong specific requirements ang PAL from you in case na, alam mo yun, pinadala nila sa email. Kasi minsan may mga ganyan ng airlines, may sarili silang form, may sarili silang pinapa-fill up. So, just check it. What I'm sharing is just like generic for all travelers transiting in Hong Kong. Ayan. And then, eto. So we have eto from Rox. Sabi ni Rox, ma'am, good evening. Late ako nakapanood. Magpa-flight ako sa Qatar sa 20th ng July. Aba, kakavaccine ko kahapon ng first booster. Need ko pa po bang pa-PCR test at mag-quarantine sa Qatar? Thank you. Wow, traveling ka, birthday ko yan. Ayan, sa July 20. So, ganito, kung ikaw ay nagpa-booster kahapon, wala tayong waiting time sa booster. So, ibig sabihin, all good ka na. Pag lipad mo ng July 20, so hindi ka na kinakailangan mag-RT-PCR test kasi you are considered as someone who has a booster. So, please make sure meron ka nung vaccination certificate so that at least, alam mo, i-upload mo kasi yan. So, kinakailangan mo na i-upload yung vaccination certificate mo. So, hingin mo agad dun sa nag-booster sa'yo, tanong mo sa kanila, available na po ba? Kailan ba available yung aking vaccination certificate? Nang sa gayon ay, kumbaga, ma-upload mo siya agad. Yan. And then, for Rox Ferrer also, he asked, ang return permit na binigay sa akin ng amo ko instead visa kasi cancel ang visa ko. Ang kaka-expired ng QID ko, magkaka-problem po ba ako kung kukuha ako ng OEC at sa immigration? Thank you. Return permit ang binigay sa instead na visa. Okay, ang usually hinahanap ang alam ko sa OEC is yung verified contract mo. So, isa sa mga requirement ay yung verified contract. If you have that, then looking forward ma-process nila yung OEC mo. Just wait for my video. I'm creating a video tutorial like ano ba mga requirements kapag nag-apply ng OEC. Matatapos na yung ginagawa kong video, ano bang kinakailangan kapag mapa-verify ng contract. So, wait mo lang and then looking forward makatulong yun sa'yo. Ayan. Oh, hi Vincentine. Oh, I'm really sorry. So you're not able to understand Tagalog. Oh, it's okay. So okay, yours was transit in Dumaguete, right? So for transiting in Dumaguete, if you're fully vaccinated, you are actually required the following. Okay, let me just repeat that, Vincent. My apology. I didn't know that you cannot understand Tagalog. So let me share that in English for you so that at least I could help you out with the requirements. Okay, so for Dumaguete, Vincent, so it means that once you arrive in the Philippines, okay, so once you arrive in Manila, so that's considered the international airport that you will be arriving from. And then 8 hours after, you will have to travel in Dumaguete, right? So once you travel in Dumaguete, now the only requirements that they will be requiring from you are the following. So they are now in alert level number 1. That's great news. It means that in the Philippines, level 1, it's less restriction. So it means that they have very low COVID cases. So that's quite great. Now, if you're fully vaccinated, you will simply have to present a valid ID, a vaccination card or certificate, and a photocopy of both your requirements with the traveler's contact information number for contact tracing purposes. So that's it. So those are the only thing that you have to present. Should you be traveling with anyone who's unvaccinated or partially vaccinated individuals to Dumaguete, now these are the requirements for them: valid ID, a negative antigen test result from any DOH accredited laboratories issued within 48 hours, and a photocopy of both requirements with the traveler's contact information number for contact that's contact tracing purposes. So again, you could also access the rest of the website that was mentioned there so that you can get more information about Dumaguete. Should you have some more questions, Vincent, please let me know so I could answer you in English too, and I could help you out just in case you need further clarification. And thank you for watching. In spite that we're using Tagalog as the language. And of course, from Orlando Season, sabi niya, hello, Miss Jamey. Finally, we're home and no problem at all. And thanks for the info. Hinanap sa akin ay vaccine card. That's it. Oh, okay. See, so that's very important. Please bring your vaccination certificate or vaccine card with you. Thank you, Orlando, and enjoy your vacation. And of course, okay, so from Vincent, oops, wait. I always over prepare my documents for travel way advanced before I travel. Oh, that's quite great. And you know what? That is actually what you have to do so that you will not forget anything. I do that too whenever I travel. Thank you, Vincent. And then for this one, tanong lang po anong requirements pa Davao. Sige, check natin ha kung anong requirements for Davao. Let's see. Okay, Davao. So far, so good naman po tayo when it comes to different regions and provinces. So they are not as strict as, but let's take a look. So here, so if you will be traveling to Davao, the requirements are as follow. So it's in alert level 1 from July 1 to 15. COVID-19 health and travel requirements for inbound passengers. Wow, very simple. Valid ID. Pero just make sure po, meron po kayong meron kayong vaccination certificate or card kung kayo fully vaccinated in case hanapin lang po. Kung wala naman, okay din lang po yan kasi wala naman po silang hinanap dito. Ayun lang, simple lang sa Davao. Valid ID. Ayun po. So, it's great to know then, di ba? Kasi at least hindi na kayo nag-iisip ng, ay, ano ba, baka maraming mga requirements. And then from Jocelyn Tanda, sabi niya, hi po Ma'am Jamey, watching from Singapore. Hello sa inyo dyan sa Singapore. I look forward makabisita sa inyo one of these days. Ayan. Natutuwa ako kasi ang daming mga promotions po. If you were not able to watch my other video, 5 practical ways to save when you travel, please watch that. Meron po akong promotion doon na shinare about airlines, dalawang airlines, Cebu Pacific and Air Asia po. So tingnan po ninyo. And then, hello from Hawaii. Hi, Rosie, and hello to everyone in Hawaii. So, Rosie Borromeo, maraming salamat sa panonood. And from Farah Dao, good morning from California. I am fully vaccinated with no booster. Do I feel the health pass after negative results of antigen test? Yes, you do have to. So Farah, you're correct. So you have to complete the One Health Pass and you have to have your flight details, your COVID-19 testing negative result in front of you so that once you complete the One Health Pass, you will be required to upload it once you register. So ingat. So God bless and have a pleasant flight. From Marita Style, how about po transiting to Tokyo? What is the requirements? Fully vax with booster, one shot. There's no RT-PCR requirement. They will just take a look at your final destination requirement like for the Philippines. So titingnan nila One Health Pass, vaccination certificate, and that's it. Kung ano pa po yung mga requirements sa Pilipinas na kinakailangan nyo i-comply, yun lang pong hahanapin sa Tokyo airport. From Henry Zabala, sabi niya, pauwi ako ngayon, July 22, Bahamas to Miami to Qatar to Manila. Ayan, oh, that's quite great. So ingat ka, Henry, and God bless sa iyong flight. From Marilyn Codere, sabi niya, hi po ma'am, ask ko lang po, pabalik po ako ng Dubai sa July 16. Ano po ang requirements ng Philippine Airlines? So just like what I've shared earlier, so hindi nire-require ang mga fully vaccinated with booster. You're no longer required to do a negative RT-PCR test. Ang hinihingan lang po ng negative RT-PCR test result ay yung mga unvaccinated. Ayan. Okay, ayan. From Rax Ferrer, return permit ang binigay sa nakalagay, expired ang residence ID outside of the country. So, we'll take a look, Rox. I'll also take a look kasi ginagawa ko pa naman yung mismong video ko regarding OEC para at least I can take into consideration your question too. So, titingnan natin and sasagutin ko yan once I feature about OEC and verification of contract. So, magkaibang video yon kasi medyo mahaba yung procedure for each. Yan. And then from Jeneline Vega, good evening, Miss Jamey from Florida, USA. Keep up the good work and thank you for the updates. Have a great evening. God bless. Thank you, You are most welcome, Janeline, and thank you also for your kind words and well wishes. I really appreciate that. And then from Jermaine Punzalan Aquino, thank you po ulit Ma'am Jamey sa help. Pauwi na rin po ako this coming July 8. Wow, malapit na yan. Salamat po sa tutorial ninyo. Nakuha ko na po ang barcode ko. Di lang po nadating yung QR code watching from Taiwan. Dadating yan few hours before your flight. So looking forward matanggap mo bago ka umuwi. Pagdating mo sa Pilipinas, kung hindi mo pa rin siya nare-receive, log on ka agad sa internet. Baka dun pumasok habang nagbabiyahe ka. Minsan ganun kasi. Ayan, ingat sa flight. From Conicon, hello Conicon. Ayan, sabi niya, please check the baggage allowance sa Singapore Airlines from the USA to the Philippines. Travel restrictions for layover sa Singapore. Okay, so again, please just take a look also from your flight ticket. Sometimes depends upon the package that you actually purchase. But let me just take a look. Singapore Airlines, usually single, no. If you're coming from the US, usually dalawang bags yan, di ba? Airlines Economy Baggage Allowance from, ayan, the USA. Teka, tinitingnan natin. Kasi ang alam ko, lagi kapag from the US, dalawang baggage yan, naging standard kapag sa mga airlines. Teka, tingnan na rin natin para sure tayo. Ayan. So, para po sa Singapore, so usually to and from the USA and Canada, 2 pieces palagi po. Peace concept, ayan. Tama, peace concept po ang ginagawa po, yung inaalaw po nila. Kung economy class, madalas po, depende ha, ayan, pakita ko na lang sa inyo so that at least you can easily see it. Mas mabilis nating makikita. Teka lang. Eto. So, Singapore Airlines, if you're flying from the USA to the Philippines, eto po, class of travel, weight concept siya. So, except Canada and the US, teka, hindi yan. Eto, peace concept, eto. To and from Canada and the USA. So, economy class, 2 pieces, up to 23 kilograms each. Kung ikaw ay premium economy class, 2 pieces din, 23 kilograms each. Kung business class, 2 pieces up to 32 kilograms each. Ganon din sa first class and suite. So, ayan po ang ating mga baggage allowance for anyone flying with Singapore Airlines from the USA. Unless you are a Chris Flyer, ayan, or Elite Gold ka, or Star Alliance Gold member, may additional kayong luggage for each na 23 kilograms. So, looking forward, nakatulong yan sa'yo, Conicon, ingat ka sa iyong flight. Ayan. Again, for Singapore, you don't need to present any RT-PCR test if you're fully vaccinated. For Vincent Tai. Oh, Vincent, I definitely have a tutorial for One Health Pass in English for foreign national and foreign passport holders. So you may actually watch that. What I have was like 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, and there are just few changes, like few days ago. So I will prepare another one, okay? So that at least you can have the exact and at the same time updated version of the One Health Pass when you watch my tutorial. So kindly watch out for that in the next few days. And then from Jane Mosqueda, hi po ma'am, Jamey, pauwi po ako August, Kuwait to Qatar, Qatar to Manila and Davao. PAL po, nakalagay 2 pieces, ilang kilo po yon? So, Qatar to Manila and Davao. So, does it mean from Qatar, PAL ka na? Am I correct? Kasi kung Philippine Airlines, let's see, Philippine Airlines, ayan, Philippine Airlines, baggage, allowance. Ayan. From Doha, right? So, kung Doha tayo, let me see. Doha. Okay. Okay, for Doha, simplihan na lang natin na masyadong marami nakalagay dun sa chart ng Philippine Airlines. Ano ba ang iyong baggage? Kasi kung ikaw ay economy saver, super saver, economy value, economy flex, lahat ito ay 50 pounds per piece. So, ibig sabihin, 23 kilograms ito, 2 pieces. So, again, kung ikaw ay economy super saver, economy value, economy flex, 23 kilograms ang allowed sa'yo. Pero kung premium economy ang binili mong ticket, that will allow you to bring 25 kilograms per bag. So just check if you're flying economy, those economy packages or premium economy. Ayan. So, ayan ang ating mga different packages for economy para sa ating PAL from Doha, Qatar. From Parha, ayan, you're most welcome, Parha. Ayan. And then, from Mila Soliva, she said, "Hello, Miss Jamey. Ask ko lang po, ano pong requirements pauwi dito sa Pilipinas galing sa Memphis, Tennessee this coming September?" At this point in time, what I can only share, Mila, are the requirements for arrival protocols that we have here now in the Philippines as of July. So I will keep updating you regarding the requirements, especially if September ay malapit na. Ayan. So again, just like what I've said, so kinakailangan ninyo, what's your passport, by the way? Is it Philippine passport, dual citizen, or foreign passport holder ka? Okay, great. And then, from Ophel said, "Miss Jamey, my partner and myself are traveling from England to the Philippines via Emirates. What are the requirements or protocol of Emirates Airlines? We are both fully vaccinated. So if you're traveling by Emirates, they don't require any RT-PCR test from you. So it means that they will simply follow the protocol that we have for the Philippines. So you don't need to present any pre-departure COVID-19 test because both of you are fully vaccinated and you have the booster." And then, yeah, simply that's it. And please just take a look at their email to you in case they have additional that is solely for Emirates passenger. But for the Philippines, all they simply will be looking from you is the One Health Pass, the vaccination certificates or proof that you and your partner must have, and your passport must be valid for more than 6 months if you are holding a foreign passport when you are traveling to the Philippines. Ayan, ingat kayo. Ayan. And then from Rox Ferrer, last question na lang, ma'am. Sana okay lang po. Sa center lang po ako magpapabooster. Ang binigay lang po nila, vaccine card. Ma'am, di daw sila nagbibigay ng certificate. Okay lang po ba yon? Thank you, advance happy birthday. Thank you too for the greeting. I am simply so happy. Adva, isa ka sa mga unang bumati aside from my mom. Ito, okay lang naman. Ang sinasabi naman, ina-accept naman ng Pilipinas is vaccination card or vaccination certificate. Like for the US. Sa US, ang ginagamit madalas ay CDC card. So, okay lang naman yon. Ayan. And then, ayan, you are most welcome. Ayan. And then, from Jane, Jane said, you are most welcome, Jane. And then from Bebs, "Hello, Ma'am Jamey. Ayan, ingat palagi. Thank you. You're most welcome." And from Ophel, "You're also most welcome, Ophel. I am simply so glad to help." And of course, last question that we have for tonight, we have from Alberto Infante, "Ma'am Jamey, kailangan po ba sagutin ang countries traveled?" Wala naman siyang asterisk. So, hindi naman siya talaga required sagutin dahil walang asterisk. Pero, if you want to answer it, answer it. It's okay then, para at least nasa record mo. Kung hindi naman, okay din lang. Kasi walang asterisk, hindi siya, kumbaga, mandatorily required for you to complete it from the One Health Pass. Okay, great. So with that, everyone, thank you so much again for joining me sa ating live stream for today. And we discuss what we call the transit requirements in different countries for any foreign nationals that would want to know more about the different transit requirements. I do have an English version. Ini-edit ko na po iyon. So I will also post it by tomorrow. So please let them know that they could actually watch that video. Ito kasi Tagalog tayo dito eh. But thank you so much for Vincent Tai and at the same time other foreign nationals who are watching us right now. I apologize if I'm talking in Tagalog because I also would want to answer my fellow men Kabayan na in Tagalog also or in Tagalog. So with that, everyone, maraming salamat. Mamaya po magla-live stream ako kung you still have further questions, pwede niyo po akong samahan. Mamaya po mga 9:30 p.m. we'll have live stream para sasagot sa iyong katanungan, aking mga kabayan. Muli po, I'll see you in a little while. Maraming salamat po. Thank you mga kabayan. God bless you.